Alright, hey there Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here, and we are back for some more of the Persona 4 Let's Play. If you did miss out there on the last one, well, we just went and just did some random, more socialized linking around out here to go and build up with more with what Cal was all about, and also as well too with Yusuke. Now within our time of this episode, we're still doing the same type of stuff that went and happened from the last episode, but instead we're going to be doing some more things with what Cal is going to be, and then also building up a little bit more with the social linking between us and Marie at this point in time. I believe this time around we're going to be learning a little bit more about Marie's backstory and stuff, and getting to hear a little bit more about her experience about what is transpiring throughout here in this game, and hopefully later on we can at least build up another ranking point within her so that we can at least hopefully take that with us into our time of the TV world, and well, hopefully at least try to battle out with the new enemies that are going to be showing up so that we can knock them out a little bit faster. I know that right now with having Cal is that our attack, or I guess our strength, I want to say within our persona, is going to be getting a little bit better as time goes on, every time that we keep on boosting up with the socialized linking from there. But here we are now going to be seeing what the bulletin board is going to be all about. This is the part-time job situation that you can get yourself on into with. Now, unfortunately here, most of these ones that are already kind of, well, facing us right now at this point, we don't really have anything that is going to be somewhat in the correcting stats for what we do need. So the only one thing that can only work out here is us having to become a caretaker. So we'll have to go and see the other bulletin board posts for the part-time jobs, and then go and accept out through that, well, throughout there. Maybe later on we'll come back to these, and then maybe we could go and add on into another part-time job and see what happens within our time from that. But for right now, we're just have to go and just go for the main one that's just going to happen here, to just go and at least begin our way throughout these part-time jobs. Now, within these two videos for today, not only are we going to be just doing our time with just Persona 4, but we're also, of course, going to be doing some more of what Nova Hoenn is going to be all about. And if you guys don't know what's happening in Nova Hoenn at this point in time, well, we are, of course, going to be showing up to where Dewford Town is going to be. We are going to have to go and reach off into the gym leader that is going to be happening from there. Now, if you guys don't know, the gym leaders are changed up around within Nova Hoenn, so instead of us actually going and battling out with well, during our first battle within the gym leader of having Roxanne, it was actually Brock instead. But here we are now in Dewford Town, and now we're going to have to go and not really worry about with Brawley, but we're going to have to worry about with what Misty is going to be all about. And I know that every time that whenever we do a Nuzlocke with actually having Misty alongside as the gym leader, things always don't really end up going the right way in my direction all that too much there. We already saw what happened before back over in the Fire Red Omega. If you guys can recall, we got ourselves absolutely obliterated by Misty Starmie, and I guess my team was just not really all that too great to even begin with. But then also as well too, there was the Yellow Extreme Randomizer Nuzlocke from that series. Misty also had her randomized team, which was, I want to say, a little bit annoying, and that kind of went and caused a little bit of some annoyance going on throughout there. I think I lost at least like maybe 1 or 2 members from there, and hopefully this time around with having Misty there, that's going to be happening. Hopefully that's not going to become too much of a issue within the final Nuzlocke that we're doing. Now, I did get myself a brand new gaming laptop, if you guys don't know, and I have been working on my gaming laptop, and I actually have been transferring all of my different stuff over to my computer. And so far, I actually have my filming software to have is already set up there. Audacity, OBS, my Logitech tools are there as well, and I believe I also added in Photoshop. I don't know if I said that already, but that's already activated there, so that's pretty cool. I just need to go and just do a few more things. I just need to kind of just add the last bit of other little tools that I just kind of just need just for my filming and editing wise later. And by that time, I don't really need to have that Acer laptop at this point anymore. I am going to have to do a test video just to make sure for when we go and continue onwards throughout the rest of the series, like any other game series that we go and do. because like so far for right now, I got OBS to work with the Asus gaming laptop, so I want to say that that's perfect for right now for where it is. I just had to just kind of just fiddle around a little bit with the video settings from there. And the HD PVR though, however, for some reason it's not really all that too well at this point. Because like I don't know why, but like when I go and record out on like Final Fantasy X or any other type of series that I do within the HD PVR 2, for some reason, like just recording out the video itself, and I look at directly from the Hauppauge software, like the video kind of like acts a little bit weird compared to my other computer. And I don't know if it's just because maybe it's like a cable issue or something. I'm not really too entirely sure. But then when I actually go and play through the full entire video and everything, it doesn't have that type of problem. So maybe it's just a thing that, well, maybe it's just probably an Asus gaming laptop issue type of thing. I'm not really too entirely sure, but
I see.
Don't have to really worry about that for right now. But now we're getting halfway into the video out here. But yeah, this episode in itself is not really all that too long, to be honest with you. Originally, I was supposed to be adding this video into the previous episode of Persona 4. It's just that I decided to not really bother about it and just kind of create it into its own separate episode because I think the previous one from beforehand was getting a little bit too long. So I just didn't really want to bother around on having to like just combine the two things together and just kind of like have it like that, because like I don't really want to go out of my way to just go and post out go out of my way to just do another gameplay recording with Persona 4. Just have this with me and we'll be okay with it. Well, there we go, and just like that, we now got ourselves with a brand new rank up, so pretty nice.
How stupid.
Oh, well, I don't think the conversation was all that too boring. It was pretty nice to hear a little bit of Marie's backstory there. Oh, right, yeah, and I totally forgot that here in this episode is that she is finally going to be meeting up with Marie for the first time. I know that during the last episode, or maybe a couple episodes back, I know that we went and saw Marie with having Yusuke around, right? And that was kind of a nice good way to get introduced with having Yusuke and Marie to go and talk to each other. And then all of a sudden now we got ourselves with the Chie and also with Marie now finally talking with each other for now. So now I think since we're all the way back here in the evening, this is something that we could also go and do, is that if you have any books at this point in time, you could go and do a little bit of some midnight reading if you want to before heading off to bed, or you could just go and just sleep off for the next day and then figure out what you need to go and do next. So I think for right now, what looks like what we're going to be doing is that we're going to probably heading back to the shopping district, because I think what's going to happen here is that we're going to be heading off to the restaurant. And what's going to happen is that once we go to that restaurant, we can actually go and boost up a little bit more of what the stats are going to be all about. Okay, so here we go. Let's go and spend some time in here. And there we go. So now our new stat has now been increased at this point in time. And I think by now, that since we're going to be going and jumping on into the 24th, is that we are now going to be able to go and hang out with Cal for a little bit and see what's happening from there. Well, Sundays are normally always the boring type of time, so there's nothing going on with us. Even though that, isn't like Sunday supposed to be normally also the basketball type of time as well too, so I guess there isn't probably anything going on for right now within there to begin with. But we are getting closer to the end of the episode here of Persona 4. So with all that being said, mine is thank you guys so much for watching this episode for today. In the next one, we'll go continue onwards with some more of what Persona 4 is going to be all about. Hopefully I'll also go and check out with Nova Hoenn as well too, because we are going to have to go and tackle out with the next up and coming gym. So that should be pretty interesting as well. Oh, so it was a pretty entertaining day, it looks like. Very nice. And I think from there, we are in the evening, so that means that's the perfect enough time for me to go and save with the game. See you guys then, and peace.